Hey, everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. We are moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday.
As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Rush tight is right. Watch
it.
They'll run on first down. Boyce. The numbers for him from a week ago. 10 carries, 112 yards, and a touchdown.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Boyce. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On 3rd down, Boyce. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Smith! Hey! Look at me! Go! 5!
Going for it with Sanders. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It could change momentum in a big way.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Black. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun, Black. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
Let's go, folks.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On second down, it's Sanders. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. Shoot. Hey. Leo. Snap.
On first down, it's Sanders. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Go.
On second down now, it's Sanders. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And I think he's a guy, if they had let him walk, no one was going to be shouting from the top of a mountain. But he's a good guy. He's a good locker room guy, too.
Good locker room and a good player. I mean, he's a valuable starter for them. And if you just want to start over and maybe bring in someone new, the learning curve might be a little bit big. So it's a good job by getting him taken care of. And now they can move forward.
Now Sanders. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. I can remember a game here in Chicago a few years back. It was so blustery that Robbie Gould tried a field goal and just about kicked it out of bounds. Once that wind starts coming in off Lake Michigan, it can cause havoc in the kicking game.
On 1st and 10, Black. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
We got 4.
Off the play fake. Black. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tech McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Right back to Sanders on first down. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
60 Pittsburgh.
Brings up second and 7 at the Bears' 38-yard line.
On second down, it's Sanders. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
60 outlaw. Rock it. Yeah. Stand.
On third down, they turn to Sanders. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. Black. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver. And it's second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Looking to throw. Black. He's going to take off with it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Black. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to
rush coming, And he's taken down. Danielle Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Black. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Danielle Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Complete. Smith has it. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10.
Ready, Brick.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
They'll run on 1st down. Sanders. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Running right, here's Sanders. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Another run with Sanders. Finding room to the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Ready.
Again, it's Cohen. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Throwing on 3rd and long. Black looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Let's go, baby.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Since emerging from the locker room at intermission, he's looked pretty sharp, hasn't he?
He's running in this 3rd quarter like he got the orange slices at the half.
Oh, yeah.
You remember when
he
we
got
were
the
kids?
orange slices, not the carrot stick.
Oh, boy.
There was always that mom, wasn't there?
There's always that mom. Wasn't yours, wasn't mine. All right? They brought the carrot sticks. But this guy, orange slices, and been reading the Surface tablet, watching the defenses, and he's made some nice adjustments.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Got it.
Mike 51. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Now.
Now a carry for Sanders. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Let's go. Let's go.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
218, chop.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Forced out to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Break.
On second down, Cook. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
I got you. I got you.
Lock it. Lock it.
Quick. Check 4. Check 4.
Go.
Check 26.
Hard. Shoot.
On first down, it's Sanders. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
Look at me. Zipper. Hey, lock it.
Switch.
Get it.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wind up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Looking to throw. Black. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Danielle Hunter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw. Black. And that will be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Check. Crunch.
Hit it.
On fourth down, Black. And this one complete to Smith. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. looking to throw. Black. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards and a Chicago first down. Throwing on first down. Black. He's got his man. This is Tate. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Second down and inches. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Black. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw. Black under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Daniil Hunter in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
A big play there.
Hey, Haywood.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Back to throw here. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Black. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. He's got Smith here. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. On 4th down, Black. He's going to let it fly. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings are going to win this football game. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going for it all. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for the... It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 21 yards away. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. And that one travels out of bounds. So a bad break there, and that will thwart any chance that they had of coming back. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one are thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Minnesota, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.